Hey, thank you so much. Thank you for being here. My name is Shram. It's good to be with you. It's good to do this show because I actually live here in the neighborhood. So after I bomb tonight, I'm going to drink away my feelings and still get home safely. I hear we've got some nurses in the crowd. Is that right? Make some noise for our Saskatchewan nurses, folks. Come on. I'm actually married to a nurse, so I understand very well just how sexy being married to a nurse was supposed to be. Don't get me wrong, nurses are very sexy. You nurses, you're very attractive, but the job isn't doing you any favors. I'm not gonna lie. I think I was misled by Halloween during high school. I thought nursing involved a lot of push-up bras and fishnet stockings. That's not it at all, folks. My wife, on her first day of practicum, she called to me from the door. She's like, "I'm heading out. How do I look?" And I came to the door and I was like, "Why are you wearing industrial strength sweatpants? Can you even buy those without a prescription?" But even though the job doesn't help you be attractive as a nurse, you can still, be sexy in your own way. Every man who's married to a nurse waits for those very special words, those sexy words that only a nurse can say to you, which is, "Don't touch me, I had a patient with contact precautions." And until I bathe with fire, you could catch rabies. No, I've been feeling pretty good, but lately I've been struggling with a bit of anxiety. It's been tough for me. And, my doctor says that I just need to get out of the house a little bit more. So I've been going on these mental health walks right here around the neighborhood, actually. And I hate them because I suck at them. It's not that I hate going for a walk. I like going for walks. But when I go for a walk, I like to have a destination in mind. But when you go on a mental health walk, you're just kind of moving around until you hopefully feel better. And that just sucks. Like the other day, I was just out here in this crescent, and obviously I wasn't going too far away from my house because as soon as I feel better, I'm going home. I've got better stuff to do. And this lady, she stops me. She's like, "Excuse me, I've watched you walk by my house 3 times already. Are you lost?" And I looked at her with tears in my eyes and I said, "Yes, ma'am, I am." She's like, "Well, do you know where you're going?" I was like, "That's the thing, I really don't." She's like, "Don't you just live 6 doors down from me?" And I didn't have a good answer for her, so now she thinks I have early onset dementia. I'm not gonna lie to you folks, I almost said early onset diarrhea. That's a completely different problem to have. But now that I know I have this anxiety problem, it turns up in all these unexpected ways. Just the other day, I was on the road going to a show, had to stop and get gas at this small town gas station, went in to use the bathroom. Can I use the bathroom like a normal person by just going into the bathroom? No, I have to go to the teenager and ask for a key. How humiliating is that? "Excuse me, young man, do I have permission to leave a dump on your premises?" And then he gives you the key and it's attached to a boat oar for some reason. You're walking to the back. I wonder why they locked this place down. What sort of treasures await inside? And then you open the door, you're like, "No, that's exactly what I thought it was gonna be." You know what it is? It's the early onset diarrhea. It's just everywhere. And my kids have been causing me a little bit of anxiety. And don't get me wrong, I have the sweetest kids ever. In fact, my son is here with me tonight, and it's his birthday. So I'm just so happy that he's with me. He's actually a comic in his own right, and sometimes he opens for me on the road. I said, "Do I have your permission to do a show on your birthday?" And he's like, "It depends. Are you gonna be funny this time?" But no, we've been traveling lots, and the other day my daughter she stops me and she triggered my anxiety by saying, "Daddy, I really miss you. When can we have take your kid to work day?" And I was like, "Honestly, sweetie, you're a little small for me to sneak you into the bar. But also, what would be way better is take your daddy to daycare day." Think about it, right? You get a juice box, a snack, A woman with enormous bosoms who lets you sit on her lap and reads you a story? When's Trudeau gonna fund that program, folks? When you have kids, you realize that they have so many ways of making you feel anxious, but kids have endless confidence. I don't think confidence is something that you practice. I think it's something that you're born with and you lose slowly over time. Every parent in here knows exactly how true this is. I'll prove it to you. Just watch as a toddler takes a dump right in front of you without breaking eye contact. Not yet, Daddy. Okay, I'm done. Can you wipe me? That's confidence, folks. And then life just wears you down. I put my kids in French immersion because I didn't want them to just be smart. I wanted them to be smug about it. And it turns out that they're not just smug now, they're also separatists running around the house. I tell my kid to clean his room, he's like, "We hate this, Daddy, we want the referendum." I'm like, "Whoa, cool your jets there, Lucien Bouchard." Some niche Quebec separatist humor for those of you who were around in the 90s. But you know, kids, they go to school, they're trying to figure out their fit, they're trying to figure out who their friends are, who the most popular kids in their grade are. And that was really weird for me as a dad to get used to because I was by far, easily, the most popular kid in my school growing up. And that's because I was homeschooled. Really sucked for my sister, though, you know, to be the only other kid who's less popular than me in a two-person school. But you know, homeschoolers, they get a bad rap, and I think it's unfair. A lot of people think homeschoolers are weird. And I'm here to put a stop to that myth. Homeschoolers are not weird. You know who is weird? Homeschool parents. Have you been around those people? No wonder homeschoolers are weird. They've got to hang out with homeschool parents 24 hours a day. Homeschool dads are like, "Forget math class. I'm going to get your help hooking up the trailer while I complain about the government." Homeschool moms are like, "Hey, drink this smoothie I made out of my placenta juice. We're never going to the doctor again." And homeschoolers, the myth is also that they're not smart. Homeschoolers are smart because by the time your parents finish having kids, you've got to be the kindergarten teacher for the youngest one. Even though I don't have the confidence that I once had, the confidence that my kids have, I know that my anxiety in part is caused by the fact that I'm just getting older. And that just has a strong effect on me. It's a bit weird, but I'm adjusting. I'm getting used to it. Like the other day, I read that they did a study of thousands of people in North America. They did a survey, and they asked people of all ages, hey, if you could have a time machine that would take you to any age, past, present, or future, what would be the ideal age you would want to live over again? And out of all the people surveyed, the overwhelming response of people was they wanted to be 36. And I just turned 36 years old. Do you see this? This is as good as it gets. And I know some of my anxiety is also caused by the fact that I have put myself out there on this stage for all these people to look at me. And that makes me a little bit self-conscious. I was never self-conscious before, but suddenly I'm standing in front of all these hot lights with all these faces like just staring right at me. I'm self-conscious about my appearance by the fact that I've got these dark circles under my eyes. I wasn't punched on the way in here. This is just what I was born with. I know that if I squint, it looks like I've got two buttholes on my face. And if I have to have them, you've got to look at them. Having dark circles under your eyes sucks because Disney has trained all of the children in our neighborhood that I'm the villain in their movie, and that like if they look away from me for even a minute, I'm gonna like drown their puppy or something. The only good thing about having these dark circles under my eyes is that I can hang out with real men, because real men sorry. I'm honestly just feeling it right now, folks. You're looking at these buttholes and you're like, this guy is weird. I want him off the stage. No, the nice thing about having dark circles under your eyes is that you can hang out with real men because real men think that you've seen some dark stuff. This one time, I went to a Remembrance Day service, and this little old lady, she comes up to me, and she shakes my hand, and she says, Thank you, young man, for your service. And I've never been in the military, but I said, you're welcome. Because comedy is my war, folks. And last month I had to do a show in PA, and that's basically the Afghanistan of Saskatchewan. I'm really glad you liked that joke. They did not like it so much in PA. They were like, death to the infidel. I was like, I gotta go. Thank you so much, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Connor Shram. You've been great.